Hey, today is 30th April 2023, and I want to talk about my anxiety and depression healing journey. So I think I've made a few videos about it also before. It's just an update video about how I feel and then how it's going. My anxiety disorder, and I don't know exactly how to name them because I don't have a certain name for them right now. So the mental issues started in 2019, April, May, and then it continued very strong way, and then I spiraled down during 2020 and 2021, and then at some part of 2021, of course, and then gradually by 2022 I get out of this spiral. But I'm not exactly sure, and I'm not saying that it's totally up onto the point that I am already healthy and I don't have any problem right now with regard to anxiety and depression. But I think that it was a long way that I have come, and this spiraling down to the darkness has already stopped for a long time ago, and now I am working and I'm seeing some progress in my mental health. So different from the past, nowadays I feel much happier despite some anger issues. Sometimes I have anger and stress issues, and sometimes for no reason I feel sad. I think it is reminiscent of the past experience still. Probably I am a little bit also sometimes stressed, despite the fact that there is no situation that stresses me, despite the fact that there is no real cause of anger that I have sometimes when I'm angry. So these are the ones that I am currently experiencing and facing. But in the past I had a lot of issues like unexplained fear, looking for a reason to be afraid, to be worried, to be anxious, being inclined to sadness, and then being sad, energyless, not being able to get up from the bed, sleeping all day, having no motivation, no concentration, and then having sugar cravings, eating during the night, and then not sleeping well, and waking up very late, sleeping very late, scrolling down the media things. So many signs and so many cases have already come to the end by this time, which is 3 clean years into depression and then anxiety, which is, I think, that I'm progressing. So as I talked before, those things have already been getting better. Like I don't really have some sleeping disorder, despite the fact that I have some nightmares. But nowadays I can sleep much more qualitative. So basically I fall asleep before it's too late. Let's say I fall asleep at 12, sometimes at 11, sometimes at some past even 12. Not like in the past at 3 or 4 that my sleep disappeared. I couldn't sleep. But nowadays my sleep is fine. And another thing is that my motivation level have changed. I am more inclined to do things than I used to do before. When it started the first time, it took away my motivation and then my desire to do anything. Everything lost its meaning. Nowadays it begin to be more interesting. Life begin to seem like worth to live, to aspire to do something. So recently I feel more motivated and I want to do more things. And another thing that I want to talk about that I have changed is, let me remember. Oh, another thing that I've changed about my taste receptors reaction. In the past, especially in the beginning or gradually into this, while I was spiraling down, I lost my taste and I lost my also smelling ability. So I wasn't able to smell anything so well, and I wasn't able to taste things well. Even so, it was there, but I wouldn't be able to enjoy it. So I don't know how to explain it, but my joy of smelling something nice, joy of tasting something nice have disappeared. It disappeared at that time. Nowadays I'm gaining it back. Recently I feel more happy when I eat something very tasty. It makes my brain to have sparkles with a taste of joy. I don't know. Sometimes when I eat some food that I really feel its taste, so it's so nice. It makes me happy. And then I sometimes feel nice smell. that my smelling skills has come back, and I'm really happy for that. At the time, for a long time, my senses have been diminished, especially my taste, and then my smelling senses have been really destroyed by that pressure of depression and anxiety, low energy, and I don't know, some mental issues. Another thing have changed since then is that I feel more like in the past. I remember there were days that I was even feeling a numb. I didn't have any kind of feeling. I didn't have. I had a lot of negative feelings like a fear, anxiety, stress, anger, hatred, aggression, but nothing like happiness, luck, love, compassion. Oh, I used to feel compassion, but recently, when even sometimes the small things make me happy. Let's say that let's go to the market and buy myself something from the market, and then I eat it. It really makes me happy. Sometimes I go out and then I'm in the nature. I can truly enjoy it. I remember one time in the past, exactly, I was supposed to earn so much money. Compared to the past, my experience, I've never had that much money before. So I was telling to myself that if I get that money in my hand, it wasn't that big money, it was just $3,000. But if I get that money in my hand, I will be happy. So I was procrastinating somehow to be happy. And I got that money in my hand, I didn't feel happy. So many things have happened that time that should make me happy, should make me proud. But nothing that really made me happy or different way because my feeling was numb. But recently, as I told you before, like I'm telling it to you now, even very, very small things can give me a better mood. Like small conversation, going out, having some gym experience, cooking something. Even the small things begin to mean something to me. I can communicate. Another thing have changed is my communicational level. Before anxiety and depression started, I had very good social skills. I was never having a problem to communicate with someone, to have a conversation with someone, to be aware of eye contact. I don't know, the facial expression. At that time, I wasn't like paying attention and wasn't even into details. I was just having a flow of conversation with anyone I met, even if the person is new for me. I always used to have words to say, have a conversation. But when anxiety and depression started, it destroyed my conversational skills, it also destroyed my social skills. I began to look at the eyes, I began to look at the different parts of the face when I was communicating, and I was being aware of so many things during the conversation, and then I was feeling anxious that I cannot communicate, I cannot keep the flow of conversation. And it was I was 28, 27 at that time, and last 27 years of my life I've never had that kind of experience. So later I understood that it was a social anxiety, it's called, and that anxiety and depression things destroying me at that time, and by cutting my social circle also. So I lost, of course, my big social circle just because I had anxiety and depression and I was isolated at that time. But thankfully I'm coming out of that kind of course I came out very gradually. I couldn't even sense that it was a one-day thing. From this day to that day it changed. But gradually, my conversational skills, my social skills, my social comfort came back. And nowadays I'm feeling more comfortable to communicate with people. I'm not really aware of looking into eyes or having a kind of I'm not really focused on keeping the conversation, but really just having a conversation. If the conversation is stopped there, it's also fine. So my social anxiety have disappeared. So this is the change after 3 years of that problem. Another thing have changed is my brain function. Before actually that, I used to have very good skill to memorize things. Even one time was enough for me to read for the exam. and then go exam and then write it. I was very creative when I was in my bachelor. So when it hit me, I lost my concentration, I lost my brain function, properly working brain function, and I wasn't able to read something, to focus on something. And it was totally mess for me. And then I couldn't read. The person I used to be, the someone who reads, someone who study, and then see accomplishment that way. And after these things hit me hard, I mean, like a depression and anxiety hit me hard, I really lost my skills about reading and being focused on something for a while. And I wasn't able to focus on something for more than 1 minute or 2 minutes. And that's why this phone things was drawing me, like a shorts, like an Instagram and this kind of things I was drawn to, and it really made my situation worse. Nowadays I find out that my concentration skills have a little bit gradually coming back. Now my brain is more able to produce some ideas and be more creative. And last time I remember that there was let's say that 3 years ago I had a slideshow at university, and then a month ago I had a slideshow at university also. So when I compared these two things, first one I was preparing for almost like, I've never been the one who prepared for something for a long time. So let's say I prepared the previous one for 2 days when I was having an anxiety and depression. Despite this 2 days hard preparation, when I was presenting, it wasn't working there and it wasn't really nice. But last time I didn't even prepare for that, but my brain is functioning so, not so perfectly, but smoother than it was before. And I had a more qualitative delivery than I used to have before. So my brain is gradually begin to rewire itself to get better. And another things have been gradually getting better is that my digestive issues, this anxiety and disorder starts from our guts probably, and when our healthy bacteria are disappearing, or I don't know which one is first, which one is the second, but when I was having that issues, I wasn't able to eat well, and then I was bloating, breathing issues. I wasn't able to breathe because I had acidic reflux and then bloating when I was eating something, and my body was able to properly digest the food. And then recently I think that my body is more capable of digesting and then getting enough nutrients, and then I don't know. So I don't have a lot of problems with my digestive issues now, and I can eat a lot of things without causing me big trouble. Of course I also feel the taste, and then I'm more willing to cook something for myself, to experience the taste of the food again. It feels alive again. Like after 3 years, I know it's not a big time, but I have done my best to cope with it, not looking for some kind of quick remedies. I know I was walking on the edge of my life in certain points. I could be alcoholic, I could be drug abuser, or I could lose my way in a certain way, but I know that it wasn't totally dependent on me. At a time, when I was deep in that situation, I understood that very small detail change in your mental behavior cannot be reversed back. It doesn't matter whatever you do if there is no God's grace on you. So it made me, of course, more believer. I used to be a believer, but at that time I understood that we, human being, is just a very weak creatures, and then there should be some kind of help in our life. I've been feeling helped in that situation. I've done my best to overcome anxiety and depression, and I think that since I have done my best, that God also helped me to get out of this situation, and nowadays I'm really feeling much better. Maybe my face does not say it, and by the way, some people say that I frown. Actually, I'm not frowning, because of the exposure to sun and not wearing the sunglasses, my eyes and then my eyebrow got a little bit down, and then it's knotted here. Sometimes when I look at someone or I'm talking to someone, it feels like I'm angry or I'm upset about something. Actually, not anymore. I'm fine. Oh, by the way, when I was into anxiety and depression, people used to make some not a bad remarks, but they used to say that you look tired, you look exhausted, you look angry, you look upset. So of course it was reflecting on my face without even I wanted to reflect it. I didn't want to share it, I didn't want to show it, but still it was always reflecting itself on my face. And recently I don't got any kind of comments like that I am looking angry, I look upset or something like that. And then my communication with people is much easier. I am not making any trouble, or no one is troubling me. I am gradually in peace. I think this is all about it nowadays, and about this update. Probably there are more things have changed, but I don't remember a lot of them because none of them have happened in just one day. It's a gradual process, but it changes for sure. For those who are in the beginning of the process, for those who are in the depths of this process, like anxiety, depression, and stress, they are all connected with each other. You will anyway spiral down, and you will experience most of them in your way out, but you will come out of this situation. It's not like a lifetime things. They can be reversed back, they can be changed, and they can be treated. It can be medical treatment, it can be psychological, psychotherapeutical treatment, or it can be like your lifestyle change treatment. But you must do your best. You must not give up, and then know that actually life is sweet, like life is wonderful. I don't want to say life is wonderful, but because it's cliche, life is good to live. That's what I want to say. And those feelings that you are experiencing, that all we are experiencing when we are having anxiety and depression, are going to pass. They are not going to stay there. I wish I had someone at that time also telling me the same thing that I'm telling now here, that it's okay, it will pass, you just need time. You need time, nothing's going to happen. Be strong, and then be patient. The most important part of healing process is being patient. It's going to change. Sooner or later, your body will overcome that mental issues. You will stabilize that, and then you will learn how to cope with that. Of course, not totally. It will take a long time, maybe totally. I'm not sure. I'm not totally stabilized, but I feel much, much, much better. Much more learned, much more, I have to say, honed. Like this depression and anxiety actually honed, reshaped and molded me into a certain person, which I think that I should be happy with, and I'm sometimes happy with, actually. Yeah. Don't be worried, be patient, and keep doing things that make you happy. Only good things. Do not stay away from easy options like drinking alcohol, taking drugs, or I don't know, soothing your energy, soothing your system for momentarily by using some kind of addictive things. Don't destroy yourself. Your life isn't in the coming years. You have a lot of years in coming. So just because you want to live today only good, don't sacrifice your 10 future days only for good of day that you are living now. Yes, they say that live in the presence, and the best time of our life is the present now. That's true, but we have to live in our present time in a way that we don't harm our coming present days also. Yeah, that's all. I think I've already spoken a lot, but anyway, stay healthy, be well, and then see you next time.